In the world of academics, the next step after high school graduation is to either find a job or enroll in a university. Going into the workforce means that the student enters the workforce immediately and receives payment early on in their life, while entering a university will further the student's academic pursuit and receive qualifications for a better job later on in their life. Each path has its own benefits and drawbacks, and all high school graduates must choose which path to take in their life. But some students do not have an option and are forced to go down one path. They might be unable to enroll in a university for a multitude of reasons, but the biggest issue is that they run into is finances. It costs a lot of money to continue in a university, and some students are financially unable to afford a university education. For the majority of students, paying off funds for college in full using their own money is simply impossible. The cost of university life does not stop at just paying for enrollment. Students must also pay for textbooks, technology, an apartment, and other basic needs. This is why most students looking to further their education in a university seek scholarships to lessen the financial burden on them. A scholarship is able to lower the actual cost of enrolling in a university by paying for some or even all of the finances of entering a university. But receiving a scholarship is not an easy task. There are requirements that a student must meet in order to be qualified for selection, and even then, they are not guaranteed to receive one. The requirements will vary depending on the type of scholarship. Some look for academically successful students, while others seek to help financially struggling students. An example would be the merit scholarships, which look for students who display academic excellence or skills in arts or sports. Other scholarships take into account a student's financial position and award scholarships based on that. There are many different types of scholarship awards out there, but should there really be that many? In 2015, a study done by the National Student Financial Wellness Study from Ohio State University showed that 70% of college students have feelings of financial stress. There are many different reasons as to why students are struggling with finances, whether that be family-related problems or lack of income. Many university students have to choose between joining a class or spending that time doing a part-time job just to pay off their college finances. With a constant financial burden on their shoulders, these students cannot focus on their studies and instead are forced to think about their financial situation. We, as the government team, believe that scholarships should only be granted based on students' financial necessity. Our reasons for this stance are simple, and they are: 1. Merit-based scholarships tend to be given out to students in a family of high income that do not necessarily need the financial aid, and 2. The scholarship funds would be better used to financially aid lower income students. We would like to see a relocation of these scholarships to target the students who require financial aid in order to even think about enrolling in a university. We believe that this would lead to an improvement in education and a raised earning for the students after graduation. In order to clarify today's motions, I would like to set some definitions. A scholarship is a payment or grant that aims to support a student's education, whether that be given by the government or by the university. These finances are put towards paying for a student's needs in a college. Financial necessity is defined as the requirement of funds in order to receive a goal. For example, a financial necessity required to open a business or enroll in a university. Scholarships that are based on academic success are usually given to students that come from a financially stable family. These students do not require additional aid in the form of money in order to enroll in a university. It is most likely that these students are going to continue in their academics into college, whether or not they receive a scholarship. So, why are scholarship funds being put towards these types of students? They are financially stable and are able to pay in full for all the needs of a university life, so why should they be funded? It is not to say that they are not academically capable. It is just that they are fully capable of paying for a university themselves. These funds can instead be given to students with a lesser financial background and cannot afford to pay for a college education on their own. These students should be given the opportunity to continue their education in universities instead of having to work in order to gain the necessary funds to enroll in a college. They have other financial struggles already. Adding the problem of college tuitions on top of that would discourage them from even thinking about continuing their education. And it would be incredibly unfair to those who lack the funds for college to not be given the opportunity to enroll. This brings us right into our second point, which is that these funds would be better used for lower income students. The opportunity to receive a higher education should be given to all students. And since the financially stable students do not require financial aid, it should be instead put towards less financially stable students. Need-based scholarships have already shown to be beneficial for students in Ghana, where they improve their learning and increase the earnings of these students in their futures. If the opportunity to succeed is never given to these financially lacking students, they can never find success in their life. This is why scholarships should be financially necessity-based and not merit-based in order to give equal opportunity to less fortunate students to succeed as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very obvious that scholarships are extremely important for enrolling in a university. They are a must-have for students who lack the financial necessities required to receive a higher education. We, as the government team, would like to see that the scholarships are given out based on financial necessity over merits, since this would give opportunities for lesser financially stable students to succeed in their lives. And because of this, I am proud to speak for the government team.